quiet. There we go. Thank you, Streamlabs. I shall indeed have myself a swig of water. Oh, shit. Yo, Lucas, in with the sub. Thank you. Damn, 6 months. You've been here like the whole damn time. That's crazy. Thank you so much, Lucas. And with that, let's get this party started. I'm Emerald Fishy, here today with myself this time, and we are starting up a little bit of Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice. This is, I believe, gonna be the final game in the series. In this entire marathon. So, yeah. Let's do it. I'm gonna check my options real quick. Cutscene subtitles on, please. No, I want cutscene subtitles on. Pulls, cutscene title, subtitles. Oh, the button is pressed in. It's already on. Okay, gotcha. Consultation on. Screen shaking on. Okay, cool. I'm gonna hit the all on that, actually. And I'm gonna go ahead and max that out, because I have full control with the knob here. I'm gonna hit the confirm. Let's do this. The final game in the series. At least until Daigakuten Saiban 2 gets a proper English translation.
On the western edge of the Far East, lies a peaceful country of spirit mediums and mystery, the kingdom of Kurain. But now, the flames of revolution are threatening to consume it whole. But things like revolt and revolution were the furthest things from my mind when I first arrived in this land.
Episode 1, The Foreign Turnabout. I switched to play Breath of the Wild, the game of my... Yo! Very nice, Dev! Congrats on your Switch. I'm sure you'll love Breath of the Wild. It's a great game. Here in Kurain, death is not the end. Even after death, the soul lives on in the Twilight Realm. And priestesses can commune with the spirits of the dead. Fear not death. In the name of the Holy Mother. Fear only the impurities of your soul. Damn. Holy shit, I can't believe Jesus just murdered a dude. I'll have that child take the blame. I swear to God if it's butts. April 23rd, 4:26 p.m. Kingdom of Kurain. Whew. Finally here. So this is the Kingdom of Kurain, huh? A long trip. How many hours I was in the air. Just look at this place. Aw, yeah. Stabbing pigs like the Fabo. get along this street. It feels like I'm in another world here. That is quite the staircase. Gorgeous temple. That's the center of town. Think that's how you get to the 3rd Bowser level? Ox right in the middle of the street. I had to get a picture of that. Is that Ox shaking its head at me? Excuse me, sir. I don't know what kind of bird that is. I've never seen anything like it. It's quite a crest it has on it. Excuse me, sir. Huh? Oh, yes?
Pardon me, but are you Mr. Wright?
Yeah, that's right. Oops. I hope you haven't been trying to get my attention all this time. Wait a minute, are you?
That's right.
Ahibi Guide. At your service.
I'm a monk in training at the Temple Temple.
The Temple? Are you serious right now with this shit? The Temple. Christ.
It's very nice to meet you, Happy
Happy what now?
Happy. It's how we greet people here in Kurain. It's like hello or how do you do. It's a pretty handy expression to know.
Okay. Temple. Hello, I'm Phoenix Wright. Happiraki. My name is Phoenix Wright. I run a small law office. Well, that's what I do back home anyway. Right now I'm just a traveler. Stranger in a strange land.
Welcome to our country. Welcome to the Kingdom of Kurain, land of the spirit mediums and mystery. This is for you, to celebrate your arrival.
Speaking of mystery, what's this mysterious green lump exactly?
Allow me to explain. This is a famous Kurai sweet bun. It's called a magataman, or a soul bun. It's shaped like a magatama. It's so lucky. It's so yummy it'll send your soul right to the Twilight Realm.
That doesn't exactly make me eager to try it. Thanks. I'll indulge later.
That'll be 20 damas. Thank you for your patronage.
I have to pay?
I already have plenty of those on hand, so just let me know if you ever want any more.
No wonder his bag looks so heavy. It's stuffed with all the tools of his trade.
Almost forgot to tell you something really important. It's about Miss Maya. She can't come to see you for a few days yet.
Yeah, when I called her from the airport, she said she was still training up in the mountains. Told her I'd wait for her here. Anyway, I'm glad to hear she's in good spirits. Good spirits? Maya Fey. She's a spirit medium who used to work as my assistant. Came all the way out here to celebrate the end of her ascetic training with her. Ahibi, this is my first time in this country, so I'll be counting on you, okay?
You got it, sir. Please don't hesitate if you need anything at all.
Maya was right when she told me I could leave everything in your capable hands.
Ah, shucks, she said that. That sure was nice of her. I had a chance to show Miss Maya around a little bit, too.
There's one person Maya was worried about, it's me. Because we both know trouble likes to follow you wherever you go, she said. Girl worries too much.
You came early to the party, Mr. Wright, sir. I mean, Miss Maya won't be done with her training for another 2 weeks.
Ugh, hate to admit it, but I came early because I was worried about her too. Ah, well, you know, I thought I'd get a little sightseeing first.
Sightseeing? Well, I'm your man for that. I'll show you all the best sights this country has to offer.
Thanks, that'd be great. Ahibi takes his job seriously.
What are you waiting for? The sights aren't gonna see themselves. You don't have to shove. First stop, Temple, right there in the center of town. Something I really want to show you.
Temple. That is quite the temple. April 23rd, 4:45 p.m. Temple. Plaza. It's even more impressive up close.
Allow me to explain. This is the heart of our town, Temple. It's created by the founder of Kurainism, the Holy Mother herself. I'm training right here at this temple to be a monk someday.
I read that the people of this country are all adhered to Kurainism. According to my guidebook, it's a religion in which ancestral spirits are venerated.
Holy Mother was a great spirit medium who could commune with our ancestors' souls, and spirit mediums become queen to this day, direct descendants of the Holy Mother.
Spirit medium rules the entire country, huh? Talking about power and influence.
Main thing you'll want to see when you come to the temple is the Dance of Devotion rite. Dance of Devotion takes place twice, once in the morning and once in the afternoon. This dance, along with the Song of Ceremony, is performed in offering to the Holy Mother. Dance of Devotion has the power of...
Oh boy, he's going. Oh, he's going. Hold it! Slow down! Can't remember all that at once.
I'm sorry. I guess I got a little overexcited.
Anyway, the main thing I got from all that is that you really, really love this country.
Well, that's sure true.
I like this kid. Pours his heart into everything he does.
I guess I explained about half what I usually explain. So I'll give you a special discount and only charge you 10 damas for the touring fee. Thank you for your patronage!
I guess he pours his heart into aggressive salesmanship, too.
Come to think of it, Miss Maya told me she could tell I love my country, too. I stood here for about an hour while I told her all about the Holy Mother.
Really? An hour? Hope that counted as patience training.
She seemed really interested, too. She listened to my whole speech.
Huh. That doesn't sound like the Maya I know.
Miss Maya's so kind and nice. She treats me really well, like a little brother. She's kind of like a big sister to me.
This is Maya Fey you're talking about, right? Maybe she's grown up since I last saw her.
Oh no!
What's the matter?
Is that the time already? We have to hurry into that temple right away. But first, let me give you the lyrics card for the Song of Ceremony I told you about. There's an English translation of the lyrics too, so give it a read, okay?
But why the big rush?
If we don't hurry, we'll miss the beginning of her benevolence's dance of devotion.
Her benevolence? Ugh, itchy nose. Ooh. Ooh.
I'll be your guide. You're under arrest for treason.
Alright, April 24th, 10:10 a.m. High Court of Kurain Accused Lobby. Let me in, why won't you let me in? Whoa, that guy is fucking packing heat. My friend's on trial in there. Police raided the temple in the middle of the dance performance yesterday and arrested Ahibi on suspicion of treason. I was worried, so I just had to come see his trial.
Trial isn't a tourist attraction, so clear off. If you want a picture for your scrapbook, take one of me and get out of here.
Look, you got it all wrong. I guess there's only one thing for me to do. Yes, I'm a foreigner, but I'm not your average foreigner. I'm actually a lawyer. Back at home, anyway.
What? Lawyer? I can't That's not possible.
What's he so shocked about? Well, whatever. Now's my chance. Nothing wrong with a lawyer entering the courtroom, right?
Wait, get back here, you!
Damn, did I just peace out and go in? Yeah! Is this Sakurani's courtroom? Oh my god. Wait, isn't that her benevolence? What's she doing in a court?
The divination seance has been performed. I will now hand down my verdict against the accused.
Well, game over. What? A verdict already? Trial only just started.
It's gotta be some kind of mistake. Please take another look.
Seance is performed by Princess Refa are in fault. They show only the truth. What right do you have to question her abilities?
But I didn't... Isn't it ironic that you, a devout adherent of Kuraism, would dare doubt her insight? Non-believers will only be met with suffering in the Twilight Realm, you know. I didn't do it. Your benevolence, allow me to explain, I beg of you.
Be silent, impudent whelp. There's no merit to be had in indulging the ramblings of a born of a criminal's unclean soul.
But...
What in the world is going on here? Judge May is ruling based on something called a divination seance? What's IAB's attorney doing here? Wait a minute. Where is IAB's attorney?
Why is this happening? I didn't do anything wrong.
Foolish child. Doubting the divination seance is tantamount to doubting the Holy Mother herself. Your Majesty, as Royal Priestess and in the name of the Holy Mother, I command you. Impose the highest penalty against this unclean soul.
As you command, so it shall be done, your benevolence. May her holiness grant her divine favor. Udihara Kurei.
Man, this is so fucking kangaroo court shit, motherfucker judge, motherfucking priestess, motherfucking pain. This is some bullshit. Let's go. Wait just a moment.
You're...
Me and my big mouth. Now what?
Mr. Wright, what are you doing here?
Oh, I'm in it now, so I have to do this right. Your Honor, it's too soon to give your verdict. This trial's only been underway for a few minutes.
Excuse me, who on earth are you?
I'm, well... an ordinary tourist, Your Honor, just passing through.
Tourist, are you?
Hapiraki. But more importantly, where is this boy's defense attorney?
Defense attorney. Whatever are you talking about? He doesn't need a defense attorney.
Wait, what?
Of course you wouldn't be aware, being a foreigner and all. But we have no need for defense attorneys here in the kingdom of Kurain. We leave it all up to her benevolence's sacred power of spirit coming. Her divination seances determine all.
What? But surely you see how unfair that is. What kind of insane court system are they running here? You would dare mock me, you barb-headed buffoon. If you value your life, you will leave post-haste, or shall I summon the bailiff? Bailiff's that big scary dude with the big scary gun, isn't he? I'm sure he would be happy to oblige you with a bullet or two as a souvenir of your travels. The cost of an arm and a leg, no doubt.
Now hold on, Mr. Wright has nothing to do with any of this.
Ahibi.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, Mr. Wright, but never mind about me. You just go on ahead and go see Miss Maya. But forget about me, you have to go now. I'm sure you can find another guide. There were lots more places I wanted to show you. Looks like I won't get the chance now. I'm sorry.
Poor kid. He's trying to put on a brave face, but look how terrified he is. What should I do? This is some bullshit! Can't just let a verdict be handed down with nobody standing in his corner. If Ahibi doesn't have a defense attorney, then I'll do it. I'll defend him. Defend him? You can't be serious.
That was mine?
Forbid.
Defend me? Mr. Wright, what are you saying? You can't do that.
I most certainly can. Don't worry, I'm quite used to tackling all sorts of trials. Besides, can you imagine how furious Maya would be if I let anything happen to you?
Mr. Wright.
You are but a naive tourist, ignorant of our ways. But if you are smart, you will heed my advice. Do not pursue this matter any further.
It's like defending someone's easier said than done in this country.
Bailiff, throw this man out.
Your Majesty, if you please.
You have something to say, Mr. Payne?
Why not allow it, Your Majesty? Why not have him defend the accused? It could prove very interesting, right, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Right, Mr. Whoever you are.
Prosecutor, are you acquainted with this traveler?
That's Chief Prosecutor, Your Majesty. And yes, I am acquainted with him. He's a defense attorney from my native land. I've had dealings with him in the courtroom before.
Heavens to Betsy. Okay, she's Southern now.
Defense attorney? Well, this is a shock.
You may be surprised to hear that I have more than 10 years of experience. Guess there aren't all that many lawyers around here.
Your Majesty, would you kindly allow us to proceed in the manner of my old country?
But Mr. Payne, I've already made a ruling in this case.
Call it nostalgia if you will, but I am most eager to give it a try.
But I have a previous engagement, you see. A class together with the missus.
Your Majesty, I agree we should have a whack at it. It sounds amusing. A score of years have passed since we last saw a defense attorney in this courtroom.
20 years? What's the deal with this country?
Mr. Payne, I want that bobbed head brought to me on a stick.
As you wish, Your Benevolence. I, Chief Prosecutor Payne, will see to it myself.
Very well, Mr. Payne. If that is what her benevolence wants, I will acquiesce. As for the defense, I hope you are prepared for every eventuality.
Every eventuality? What's he talking about?
Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Payne. Sorry for not remembering you earlier.
That's Chief Prosecutor, or the Incredible Payne, as I'm known in this country.
Yeah, you are an incredible pain.
And you're forced to capitulate to me before this very court of law.
Why is he so strangely confident? Not only that, but it's at the gallery.
Just you watch the defense attorney try and twist the truth. You can bet on it.
Get him, Chief Prosecutor! Push that defense devil!
Way more lawyer hate than even back home.
Now, if you would please give your opening argument once again, Mr. Payne.
Certainly, Your Majesty. The accused is charged with 2 crimes, larceny and murder. Yesterday, the Founder's Orb was stolen from the treasure of the Temple. In addition to theft, 2 other things were discovered in the treasure room. The dead body of Mr. Patrol.
Patrol.
Temple and security guard, and the empty treasure box that housed the orb which Mr. Roll was in charge of guarding. We believe that Mr. Roll was murdered by the...
Hang on, I gotta get my pun counter going because this is proven to be pretty spicy. We've got... I'm not even sure if Temple counts, but fuck it.
I believe that Mr. Roll was murdered by the thief who stole the treasure.
Tequila guard armed with a gun. What a terrifyingly bold act.
I couldn't agree more, Your Majesty. Please allow me to submit as evidence to the victim's autopsy report and crime photo.
Alright. We got ourselves some shit.
It's been a long time since we've had evidence presented in court as well. It's kind of refreshing, actually.
We may rely on the power of the seances, but our police still carry out investigations. Thus, any proof I provide is indisputable.
Oh, really? Forgive me if I don't just take your word for it. I could check the evidence. We'll see just how thorough you were.
Such deplorable crime. The audacity of stealing the sacred treasure of Her Holiness, our founding mother. It's a crime that strikes at the very heart of our nation.
Exactly, Your Majesty. We mustn't let the culprit get away with these heinous deeds. Indeed, such deeds are best described as treason against the crown.
Is this treasure really such a valuable object?
How can you even ask such a thing? Of course it is. Why, sealed within this treasure is the very soul, the mitama of the Holy Mother.
Your soul is sealed within the treasure? I think I'll take that with a grain of salt.
You don't believe it, do you?
Of course I believe it. Something tells me I better play along.
This kind of irreverence is exactly why I dislike defense attorneys.
Your Honor, Your Majesty?
What is it now?
This treasure. I've never seen it, so it's a little hard for me to imagine. Did I see a photo of it or something?
All the outlandish requests. Your defense attorneys are truly beyond the pale.
He's been getting awfully angry with me. Are those veins popping out of his forehead?
It's forbidden for anyone outside the royal family to view the treasure itself. They say that anyone without the proper spiritual power will be blinded instantly. That's why the average person has never seen the treasure, Mr. Wright.
Guess there are national treasures that are off limits to the public back home, too.
For the benefit of the shamelessly uninformed defense, let me share the newspaper article. It includes photos taken about 8 months ago, or 8 years ago, when the treasure was unearthed. There are only public photos of the outer box in existence. What's more, the treasure box only leaves the temple's treasure room but once a year for a special New Year's rite that takes place at the palace. Therefore, this treasure box has only ever been seen by a handful of people.
I hear there's been a string of thefts lately at the historic artifacts for the temple.
Right, Your Majesty. Inexcusable thievery of a precious national treasure for personal gain. And the culprit is the accused.
So he used his position as a monk in training to get his hands on the treasure, is that it?
The accused family is by no means wealthy. To help with family finances, he works as a tour guide in addition to his aesthetic training.
Thank you for giving an excellent outline of the case, Mr. Payne. Now then, no more questions from the defense, I presume?
What? No, I do have questions!
Even more, but you just asked a bunch. Well, make it snappy. My class starts in just a few short minutes.
He's still planning on going to that thing. Still, I don't know about the case. I should ask now while I have the chance. Let's see, what else do I need to know? Oh, let's take a look at this. Alright, we got ourselves some profiles. Control. Gaspin Payne. Oh, it's not Winston. It's Gaspin now. Different Payne brother. Some ceremony. Dragon and Tiger battle. The founder offers divine protection. The Mitama, the favor of the order is bestowed. Got autopsy report. Time of death, April 23rd, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Cause of death, cerebral contusion, head injury. Got ourselves a crime photo. That sure is a crime photo, alright. Looks like that shit's been opened the hell up. I kinda wish I had my magnifying glass still. Got ourselves a treasure box. Looks like that. It's got like an open point. Looks like the treasure box, alright. Okay. So I know the crime scene, I know the motive, I know... I guess it's the crime scene, huh? I don't actually know the crime scene. Mr. Payne, where did the crime take place?
What? As I already stated, it was in the treasure room in the temple.
Oops, that's right. Whoops.
Lying lawyers.
And he has all the brain power of a barnyard chicken, your majesty.
Explains why he has a crest like a rooster.
No matter where I go in the world, the insults are always the same. The motive? What do you claim is the defendant's motive? Guess it slipped my mind. But I already know what the weapon is! Or am I just supposed to make myself look like a buffoon? The treasure box itself.
The empty treasure box that left the seat had a large bloodstain on it.
Utterly reprehensible using the sacred treasure box for murder.
The accused came to the treasure room with the express purpose of stealing the treasure. He climbed to the altar stairs and snatched the box, ready to abscond with it.
Tar!
He was discovered by Mr. Roll, who had come to the room in the course of his rounds. After walloping Mr. Roll on the head with the treasure box, the accused forced the bloodied housing open and made off with the treasure inside.
Okay. But the defendant's just a little boy. I hardly think he'd be able to hit the victim, a grown man, on the head.
Very good point, Mr. Wright, but I'm afraid that won't help you. The time of the crime, the accused was on the stairs leading up to the altar. The accused's elevated position would more than make up for the difference in stature.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Mr. Payne, your reasoning is flawless. What an elegant argument. Hats off to you, Chief Prosecutor. Your title is obviously well earned. The accused's guilt is certainly conclusive. Unless there is anything else, I am ready to announce my verdict. Very well. In that case, I find the accused...
Just one moment, Your Majesty. Do you think you're rushing the verdict a little bit?
I told you I have plans to attend... Ah! I'm late, it's already started. How did time fly by so fast?
He's still stuck on that. We haven't even heard the defendant's side of the story yet. Your Majesty, the defense asserts its rights to cross-examine the defendant. Huh? Did I say something funny?
Cross-examine the... What do you mean by that?
What do you mean, what do I mean? Oh, Feeny. What's up, Maddie?
I seem to have some dim recollection of the process, but I can't quite recall.
And it's a wonder. So-called defense has been questioned over 20 years.
Should I even be surprised anymore? I demand we let the defendant or the accused tell his side of the story.
Is that really necessary?
Of course it's necessary!
I doubt he'll have anything of relevance to say.
Oh, how kind of you, Your Royal Payne-ness.
Very well, as long as it's okay with you, Mr. Payne. I'm already hopelessly late for my class anyways.
In that case, the prosecution calls the accused back to the witness stand.
Oh, but before we do, I better call my wife and apologize for missing class. Any objections?
Go for it, Your Majesty.
Accused, state your name and occupation again, if you would.
Maybe, guide. Your guide. Your guide? I'll be your guide! I'll be your guide. Oh my god. Just hit me.
Training to be a monk and I'm a tour guide too.
Why me? No, the movie.
Cross-examining the defendant, Your Majesty.
Right. Let's do that then. The defense's attorney's assist, I might add.
Sounds a little dispirited. Smythe must have given him a piece of his mind.
The defense had better get to it. Make it quick, if you please.
Defense? Mr. Wright, I didn't know you were a lawyer.
Well, I am. I'm here to defend you. Don't worry. All you have to do is tell the truth and you'll be alright.
You tricked me.
What?
If I knew you were a lawyer, I wouldn't have given you that tour. Give me back that Magatama I gave you yesterday.
Baby, what's gotten into you?
Don't talk to me. You disgust me. Now even Albie's against me, but why? This must be a new experience for you, Mr. Wright, being loathed by a client. Now then, accused, please give the court your testimony. The incident occurred around noon during the break between morning and afternoon dances of devotion. I want you to tell the court what you were doing around that time. Alright.
Alright, that is a fancy witness testimony.
I didn't kill Mr. Roll and I didn't steal that treasure. I'm not allowed to go anywhere near the treasure room. I've never even seen that treasure box with the green Kuruni's butterfly on it. When the incident happened, I was in the hallway planning out my tour route.
Were you well acquainted with the victim?
Yes, he used to chat with me whenever we ran into each other in the temple. Mr. Roll was a monk in training when he was a kid too, you know.
I'll bet I looked up to him.
He had to give that up and go to work when his family needed money. That's why he became a guard. At least that way we could still stay in the temple. He was so proud when he was put in charge of guarding the treasure box. He even got to carry the box for the palace around the New Year's rite. The victim's parents apparently both died relatively young, so Mr. Roll had to support his younger brothers and sisters as well. But even with his job as a security guard, I'm sure things couldn't have been easy for him.
Sounds like his circumstances in Albi's were very similar.
He encouraged me in every book. Albie, you train hard and make sure you become a monk one day. Don't end up like me, he said. He was always cheering me on in my training and my tour guide business too. Why in the world would I kill a nice man like that?
Yes, I see. You expressed yourself well. Defense, now that you've heard the accused's account, are you finally satisfied?
If so, let's draw this to an expedition. Your Majesty, I haven't even cross-examined the defendant yet.
That wasn't the end of it? It's been so long I don't rightly recall what this cross-examining thing is about.
A judge who doesn't know what a cross-examination is. Ooh, what fresh hell is this?
I really do wish how I could remember how it worked.
Psh, not necessary. I'm fine. You'll just have to watch and see. Whew. I like that up there.
Hold it!
I believe you didn't do either of those things, Albie.
You do? You're a lawyer. Of course you'd say that.
Oh no, there's no need for that.
But he's right. Lawyers always claim that the client is innocent, even if they have to lie. Just like you're doing right now, accused. Don't jump at me. Don't lump me in with that lawyer. I'm not lying. I didn't steal anything. I didn't kill anybody.
Hold it!
You're not allowed to go near it. Why's that?
It's a rule of the temple. Keep a lot of important things in that room.
The Founder's Order in particular. Only the royal family may lay eyes on it.
Did Mr. Payne say anyone without spiritual power would go blind?
I heard you wouldn't be blinded if you just looked at the outer treasure box. But I've never been anywhere near the treasure room. I'm too scared. You gotta believe me.
Hold it!
Box with a butterfly on it.
I see in a newspaper article. Look. It's a relief of the Kuruni's butterfly in a treasure box.
Oh, it's designed here carved on the back. I see it now.
It's a sacred butterfly said to carry the soul or mitama of the departed. Its wings form a loop that cradles the mitama and carries it to the Twilight Realm.
As you can see, there's even one depicted here behind me on the judge's back.
You know, there is. Kinda looks like he's about to be carried off to the Twilight Realm himself. Never seen it.
Hold it!
Planning out your tour route.
Yes, I was planning a tour route for you.
For me? Oh, thank you, Aldi.
I would have done it if I knew you were a lawyer. Just all that time on you. Give it back!
Sadly, I'm a lawyer, not a Time Lord. Actually, as soon as I heard that's what I am, he's been acting like a totally different person. Certainly don't think Aldi committed the murder, however. That outburst earlier makes me wonder if he'd willingly tell me the truth. Better compare his statements in the court carefully. If I find inconsistency, I can present evidence. This seems weirdly specific. I'm gonna take a look at this crime photo. Wait a minute. How do you know it's green if this shit is in black and white?
Objection!
Ah, Albi. Why would you lie to me? So you say you've never laid eyes on the treasure box. Is that right?
That's right. It's forbidden, so I'd never do that.
In that case, how do you know there was a green butterfly on it?
Huh? Because I saw a picture of it in the newspaper article.
Nope. Take another look. The photos are in black and white. You couldn't possibly tell the color of the butterfly is from this picture. Hold on. This bag, did it just move? That's a word. I beg your pardon?
Pohikuna is a word in Kurai's that people use when they're surprised.
Just exposed to lie. So this is the power of cross-examination, is it?
Should be the one shocked here by your shocking lack of understanding.
Just a moment. The accused was lying. That just makes him more suspicious than ever.
And this makes things worse for me than ever. Albi, are you hiding something? Please give only true statements. I can't help you if you don't tell the truth. Can't seem to get him to open up.
So, accused, you have seen the treasure box with your own eyes after all, haven't you? Well, maybe I did take a peek one time a long time ago. I was cleaning the treasure room.
But you weren't in the treasure room at the time of the incident, right?
Of course I wasn't. That is a lie. You were most definitely inside the treasure room on the day of the incident. And I have proof.
He does?
This was found on the floor of the treasure room. It's a scroll entitled Notice and contains a list of temple monk duties. These instructions pertain to the day of the incident.
What exactly is that supposed to prove?
The accused's fingerprints were found on the scroll.
What?!
Where is it? It's not here! Must have dropped it somewhere. Indeed, you must have dropped it when you were busy murdering the victim.
Oh, no, then that means... Due to the growing number of thefts around the temple, we'll be tightening security throughout. All the hallway shutters will remain shut for today's Dance of Devotion. Interesting. Albi was there on the day of the incident?
So that's the power of cross-examination. The more the accused talks, the guiltier he pins himself.
Yes, it seems so, Your Majesty.
Predicting my argument and had evidence ready to refute it.
How was you guys supposed to help the accused?
See, I told you you couldn't trust him. But evidence already said the kid's guilty.
Just a bird, don't that.
He's Something's gone wrong.
Shadow? 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 What's the first prize?
Chaos Emerald?
As I suspected, this cross-examination session has served no purpose whatsoever.
Wrong.
But armed as we are with her benevolence insight, there's no reason to doubt her guilt.
Guess I'll just have to poke holes in that insight of hers.
This didn't prove to be very interesting at all, Mr. Payne. Nevertheless, I will now finally announce my verdict.
Indeed. Wait just a moment, Your Majesty. I haven't seen this divination seance for myself yet. As the defense, I have the right to check it.
Is that really necessary? I have to get home and apologize to my wife.
Guess you really did give him the business.
Your Majesty, I enthusiastically support having Mr. Wright see the seance.
You do? Why is that?
Don't you want to see it? See the lawyer being utterly crushed by the power of the seance, and then watch him tearfully beg for mercy?
Well now.
I'm sure it'll make up for not getting to go to that class with your wife.
It certainly does sound worth seeing. It'd give me a juicy tidbit to tell the missus.
I've been reduced to a juicy tidbit.
Well, foreign interloper, I imagine you have to see it for yourself to be convinced. Certainly unprecedented, but let's have the divination seance performed again. But then, right after the tearful begging, I really do have to be going.
Only tearful begging going to come through this freaking tearful begging.
But is Finney unaware that defeat and despair are all that await him?
There she is, her benevolence.
Your benevolence, Refa Padma Kurai. Thank you for coming all this way again.
Your gratitude is unnecessary. This is simply my duty. Bob-headed attorney. Yes? I'm told you question the veracity of the sacred divination seance. It would seem the depths of your irreverence and blasphemy are lost on you.
Just a foreigner, ignorant in the ways and customs of this country. Apologize in advance for anything rude I might say or do, Your Benevolence. All I want's a fair trial for Aldi.
You would imply the trial of this country are unfair? Do explain, outsider. How your verdicts found on truths imparted by the very souls of the dead lack impartiality.
It's fair about trials with no defense and no chance for the accused to tell their story.
Dare you speak to our benevolence that way?
Truly talk to benevolence? I think know about anything. Ignorant outsider.
You won't stand for it. You must be punished.
Yikes! Looks like I really stuck my foot in it this time. Silence, one and all. She standing up for me? Be not disquieted, my people. He merely expresses his opinion. Looks like her benevolence is going to be more reasonable than I thought. Attorneys are ghastly creatures, with souls stained black by brazen untruths. The words of a lowly worm such as that are not worth troubling yourselves over.
Alright, I'll take it back.
None of his prattling can sway the truth of my insights. Rest assured, he will soon see the error of his foolish ways.
Now then, your benevolence, the divination seance, if you would.
Certainly. Yeah, Nina, my robe.
Listen, she said heavens to Betsy once, and like that sealed the deal. She's got a
Holy
southern
Mother,
accent. Wow.
we hold this divination seance in your name.
Didn't expect that,
Let
alright.
the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Do not throw souls!
Okay. Really tell the body is done with no cap. The keyframed animation on her face. I honestly wouldn't have known until you pointed it out, to be honest. Oh, okay, we got bubbles. Incense. Song ceremony. Boy's voice. What just happened? An image appeared in the pool.
Final message from the victim's soul, the last communication of his Mitama. The divination seance has revealed this to us.
Her benevolence can use her power of spirit communion to project a victim's memories of the last few moments before their demise.
So what we saw in the pool was Mr. Roll's actual experience?
In the victim's memories, we see the accused raising a weapon up above the head. This is consistent with the findings of the police investigation. There has to be some kind of mistake. I didn't do it.
So it's bad for Albie. Really, really bad.
How do you see why I'm the incredible pain?
More than I can express. Even if those really are the victim's last memories, what can I do with them?
There it is. There's the face of the man being utterly crushed. How long I've waited to see it. Isn't it wonderfully gratifying, Your Majesty?
Ah, yes, very satisfying indeed. Now we've finally convinced Traveler.
You're really the only one biased one here.
I think we've been amused enough. If you give up now, I won't even invoke the Defense Culpability Act against you. You'll be free to slink back to your own country with your tail between your legs.
The Defense Culpability Act?
You mean you honestly don't know?
No. What's with all the hubbub?
Well, well. Not only is he a lying, black-hearted lawyer, he's also an imbecile. Your Majesty, I think you better explain the Defense Culpability Act to him.
I think I'd better. The Defense Culpability Act, or DC Act for short, is as follows. In the name of Her Eminence, those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. In other words, if you helped the accused by defending him and he is found guilty, you will receive the same sentence as he.
What kind of insane law is that?
Under the DC Act, many an attorney has been convicted and met with a grim fate. Some went to prison, others received the death penalty. That's why there are so few in our country today who admit to being an attorney.
That's as it should be. The history of our courts proves that attorneys are black-souled creatures who will tell any lie to save the accused. Thus, attorneys deserve to be exterminated.
Exterminate! Annihilate!
Yo, what the fuck? Yeah. No, we finished it last night. We did, I finished that Yakutin Saibon last night.
You fell right into... You activated my trap card, Phoenix Wright! Now you're going to be sent to the Twilight Realm!
That's why he was so eager to have me defend Albie.
Chased out and humiliated back home, fate brought me to the foothills of Kurain.
Don't worry about it, Maddie. Well, I mean, Twilight Realm is this game. They've mentioned Twilight Realm multiple times. That's why I said that. It was a joke about this game. I was changing it because that's what that is in this game. It's fine, don't worry about it.
Your Majesty, isn't a prison sentence a bit lenient? After all, we are talking about treason. One should pay for such crimes with one's life.
Yes, I believe the death penalty may be appropriate under these circumstances.
The death penalty?
Way. Replayed this game recently because you didn't want to work on research. Oof. That procrastination.
I'll have you put your life and dark-tainted soul on the line.
The Courts of Resignation. Our courts are well known as thus. In this land where my seances provide the truth and no attorneys something, criminals know that all they can do is resign themselves to their fate.
Oh, foreign lawyer, I ask you once more. Are you sure you still want to defend the accused?
There's Maya to think of in all this, too. I can't just lay down my life. What should I do? They're asking me to take the deal. This is some deal or no deal shit. The button's right there and it's open. It's got the glass case. I can choose to press it or close it and continue on. I'm gonna say fucking no deal! Isn't this why I became a lawyer in the first place? To help those with no one on their side. I can't just abandon everything I believe in. All I can do now is stand firm and fight.
Well, don't hold your tears back on my account, Phoenix Wright. Admit your defeat and grovel before me.
Even if it means being subject to the Defense Culpability Act. I will defend Albie.
What? Mr. Wright.
Hit me in the Kokoro. Yeah, it's pretty good. They're bringing back some of the music. Not even a divination seance should be accepted without examination. I can't. I'm not even trying.
If I'm found guilty, you'll get the death penalty too. Even knowing that, you still want to defend me?
I don't know what happened in the past, but it looks like everyone in this country considers lawyers to be liars. So I can understand if you don't believe me. But I still believe in you and your innocence. Polkuma? So all I have to do is keep believing and find the truth. That's all there is to it. Barb-headed attorney, you continue to amuse me. Though your barb jabs are proving to be more than mere jokes. Your benevolence. Believe me when I say that this attorney will knock your insights out. Insolent, disrespectful attorney. You'll have plenty of time to regret your folly in the Twilight Realm. Yeah, see Twilight Realm.
Not a wise move, traveler. Not wise at all.
Fair enough.
You should have taken the chance I offered to save your life. But you have made your choice. The Defense Culpability Act will be applied in this case. And with this verdict, you'll both soon be parting with your heads.
Holy shit, this crowd. Souls of the departed speak only the truth, and I but give their message as a voice. If you think my insights contain falsehood, I challenge you to prove it. Insight. Ah yes, let's pop some insight for Madman's knowledge. Survived the river where most people disappear and got hit by a car and flew 3 feet away and got off with a broken foot. What makes you think he'll die now? Real facts right there. You spittin' real facts.
The accused swung whatever he was holding down on the victim's head. With the pain, the victim's vision went dark. This is when he lost his life. Still, I can't believe it. A murder after the morning dance of devotion.
And eating a poison bottle. God, that's right! They fucking ate the glass! What the fuck?
These are the victim's experiences just before his death.
As the victim's final memories, we can assume they aren't lies. So how do I break this down?
Allow me to relieve you of your ignorance, defense. Did you notice the words that appeared in the seance vision?
Come to think of it, I did see words like Song of Ceremony and Incense.
The victim's final memories are not limited to sight alone. Sight, smell, taste, sound, touch, all laid bare in the pool of souls.
So what Mr. Roll experienced with his 5 senses appears in the visions as words.
Precisely, and by examining these, we can perceive the victim's final moments with unparalleled clarity.
Works for me. Use all the extra info I got. Find a connection. A contradiction. Please show me that seance shit again.
Very well.
Incense. Song of Ceremony. Boy's voice. Song of Ceremony just shook for some reason. Boy's voice. Pain. Wait a minute. Her benevolence said after the morning dance of devotion earlier, didn't she?
And there's something off about that.
Oh, this is interesting. These arrows just like the inside I think is off. Yeah, this is the inside that sounded funny. Just carefully compare this insight with the seance vision. I notice a sensation that seems contradictory. I'll tap select X. Interesting. I guess I've got to time it then. This is it. It's part of the vision that contradicts the insight. Now I just select the sensation I think is inconsistent and press select.
Objection!
Wait just a moment. Tap on individual panels, skip to different parts. Okay. That's good to know.
What is it, Barbed Head?
You're saying the incident occurred after the morning dance of devotion, right?
That's right. What of it?
Then isn't it strange that Mr. Roll could still hear the Song of Ceremony?
Oh my, you're absolutely right.
Is that all that troubles you? What the victim heard was just a practice run of the Song of Ceremony.
Practice run? What are you talking about?
Mr. Payne, if you would.
Certainly. Allow me to explain. The incident occurred in the interval between the morning and afternoon dances. During that time, the singers were practicing in the performance hall.
Precisely. I was there as well, so I can corroborate the statement.
So what the victim heard was the practice session.
There goes my contradiction. They were practicing. That must be the room where Albie and I saw her benevolence dancing.
However, Mr. Payne, I admit one detail troubles me.
Ask away, your majesty.
It's a big temple. The performance halls and treasure room are quite far from each other. Could the song really be heard all the way in the treasure room?
He's right. It is a very big temple. Well, How about it, Mr. Payne?
Your Majesty, have you forgotten? There are speakers in every room of Temple, including the treasure room.
That's right. Speakers. For what purpose?
Are you serious, Mr. Wright? They're to broadcast the sacred music of the performance hall throughout the throughout the temple.
That's why the victim could hear the Song of Ceremony in the seance vision. It was the practice run going on in Performance Hall. I heard over the speakers.
Thank you for your explanation, Your Benevolence. That makes perfect sense, even to a feeble-minded old man like me.
Think nothing of it.
Now, if you wouldn't mind, could you please alter your insights for us?
Very well.
Okay. I think I'm getting the hang of this. If I point out the inconsistency, she'll update her insights accordingly. So if I keep pointing things out, maybe I can knock all the insights out after all. Better find another inconsistency, no matter how small. It's a bit hard to focus on the insights with the seance vision going. Try using the pause button to temporarily stop the vision. Okay. I think I can touch the flashing panels to jump to different parts. I'll try moving the Mitama mark to the flashing red panel over there. Got it. Now that I know I get around the seance visions, it's time to find inconsistencies. Oh, okay. Okay, so this is at the bottom of the stairs, then. I don't exactly have a map. There's a growing number of threats around tightening security. All hallway shutters will remain shut for today's Dance of Devotion. I noticed that the wound seems to be on the back of the head. So I think he might have been standing there while someone else came up and clubbed him in the back of the head. I'm not entirely sure what I should be going for right now, to be honest. Reread the statements. This one, whatever was holding down the victim's head. This pain, the victim's vision went dark. That's why he lost his life. Song of Ceremony was heard was a practice run through the temple's speakers. Yeah, I'll take a hint. Statement 2. maybe it's that the pain clearly came afterwards? Like, the KO happened, or the vision went out, then the pain. Let's try it.
Objection!
Nope. A little bit before. Oh, click the paint itself.
Objection!
Field of vision went dark right after he was struck, correct? Pardon me, but I must disagree. Well, shit, that's dumb. Clicking on sight should have done the same thing. Everything goes black, and then only after that the victim feels pain. This places an order of events at odds with what you said happened.
Your benevolence, what is the meaning of this?
Cannot be wrong. My insights are beyond fallacy.
What the defense says it's true is a very grave matter indeed. Please forgive me, Your Benevolence, but I'm afraid this contradiction is something we simply cannot ignore.
Now, let's not be too hasty, Your Majesty. I think I can clear this up.
You have something to add, Mr. Payne?
1,000 apologies. Seems the prosecution has failed to make one tiny thing clear.
That'd be?
On the day of the incident, there was a power outage, a blackout in one part of the temple. And as I recall, the crime scene was in that sector. Power outage must be why the victim's field of vision went dark. I apologize for neglecting to tell the court this detail.
You knew all along and only letting it slip now it's convenient.
Power outage knocked out both the lights and the speakers.
There was a blackout there. Well now, that explains everything, does it not?
Share your thoughts.
The blackout occurred when the accused and the victim were faced with one another. Fearing the victim would flee under cover of darkness, the accused swiftly brought his weapon down on the victim's head.
I see, that makes perfect sense, Your Benevolence.
The depth of your insight is awe-inspiring, Your Benevolence. Give her a hand, everyone.
Yeah, live long and prosper. I want to live long and prosper too.
Enough applause, you flatter me.
Now, Your Benevolence, in light of this new information,
Of course, I will alter my insight.
Alright. So much for my inconsistency. At least I was able to draw out new info. With new info comes a chance for new inconsistencies. Alright, let's have a look again. We got swung down victim's head. We got one can safely assume the accused struck the victim the moment after the blackout began. But the Song of Ceremony doesn't go away. If they were knocked out... Ah ha 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 ha. Practice run through the speakers. One moment. You can still hear the Song of Ceremony during the blackout. You fool!
Objection!
You fool!
Yes, I finally found it. This is the gaping hole I've been looking for.
Your benevolence, and as impressive as your spirit communion power is, it's not infallible.
You never know when to stop talking, do you? I hope you realize your words are an insult to all adherents of Kurainism.
Defense, watch what you say. If you don't mind that tongue of yours, you won't have one left to mind. Foolish fool is foolish like a fool. Foolish fool.
Certainly not my intention to insult spirit mediums, but maybe I'm not the one who needs to learn when to stop talking.
What malarkey.
I believe you said a few moments ago. Channeling Franzi. Definitely. The victim could hear the song of ceremony thanks to the temple's speakers. Holy shit, she's 14? You for real right now? Holy shit, she's 14. No one 14-year-old should have all this power. How do you explain how the victim could still hear the song of ceremony even after the power went out? This contradiction of facts can only mean that the song of ceremony Mr. Roll heard was not coming from the speakers.
What? Impossible!
What do you say? That the song he heard was coming directly from the performance hall.
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's the only possible explanation.
The scene of the crime was nowhere near the performance hall.
Right. The song couldn't make it all the way to the treasure room. Not unless...
You mean to say...
Yes, the treasure room was not the actual scene of the crime. It must have been somewhere else, somewhere close to the performance hall.
You can't be serious.
There's a glaring contradiction in the claims of her benevolence and the prosecution. Therefore, the defense insists this case be thoroughly re-examined.
What? No.
It's completely unprecedented. An inconsistency in her benevolence insights unbelievable.
Heed not his forked tongue, your majesty. These are but the claims of a corrupt lawyer, a feeble ruse from a feeble mind.
But the contradiction revealed by the defense is undeniable. We can't just turn a blind eye to it.
The defense's assertion in the end is meaningless. Even if the location turned out to be different, it doesn't change what we've seen of the moment of murder.
Indeed, the accused is standing right there in front of the victim. Furthermore, the murder weapon remains raised above his head. My insights still stand.
I hate to admit it, but she's right. Seance vision still makes the situation look really grim.
I doubt even the defense can dream up an explanation as to why the accused had his hands up over his head.
Well, the defense dares to dream. Making it out of this nightmare alive.
You what?
You still insist on trying to tear down my insights.
As Traveler, not just impudent Japanese. What a 180. Listen, a lot of things can happen in a century's worth of time. Of course I can back up my claim just as soon as I think of something.
You appear to be fully prepared, defense. As the embodiment of this court, I give you permission to try and prove your claim, as long as you're willing to stake your life on it.
I concur, your majesty. Prepare the tongue shears. Chop, chop.
Chop chop.
Let's have the bailiff fetch them. I think I saw a suitable pair in the basement. Chop, chop.
Stop, stop.
I hear lying lawyers have several tongues to spare. I'm sure he won't miss one.
These people are actually serious. I'm rather attached to my tongue. Think. Other than to raise a weapon, why would Albie have his hands up like that? That's why. The reason the defendant had his hands up over his head can be explained by something in the crime photo. Oh. Would this be where my, like, he got hit in the back of the head, so why isn't the wound on the back of the head? He was raising his hands in the air because someone was threatening him. Bang, 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 pew. I'm thoroughly confused. Gun. Where's a gun? Oh shit, that's a... Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Take that!
As in the seance vision, I witnessed the defendant raise both of his hands over his head yesterday.
You did? Where did you see such a thing?
When the police had their guns trained on him as they made his arrest.
You see.
The victim was a security guard, and an armed one at that. The defense proposes the victim had pointed his firearm at Al, and that's why the defendant's hands were raised in the air. Oh, damn. Wow. I can't believe I killed a 14-year-old.
Who would have thought the seance vision could be interpreted that way?
F.
Can't be.
Not bad for a total knockout.
How dare that lawyer devil go against her benevolence? He's no better than the traitorous Snake Dirk.
Traitor Snake. Turk. TKO.
Contradiction in one of my insights. There has to be some kind of mistake. I won't accept it.
That's right, your benevolence. I won't accept it either. It goes against all we hold. Throw him in jail immediately. What?
People are definitely not my fans right now.
Peace! Give me peace! I said peace! Now, everyone, please calm down.
Is he?
Your Majesty, please assign that black-hearted attorney a suitable punishment.
No, I can't charge him with lese majesty.
What? But why not?
He was simply following the proper procedure for defending the accused. There's nothing unlawful about that.
But, Your Majesty, don't you want to wrap up this trial quickly? Why not just give him your verdict? Then you can go home and make it up to your wife.
We can't end the trial now, not when we just learned new information about the case.
What?
Your Majesty, not you too. You would honestly entertain the idea that my insight contains a contradiction.
Truly, it is shocking. In the 20-plus years since the DC Act went into effect, such a thing has never occurred. To be honest, I didn't want to believe it either. But with his life on the line, the defense pointed out an inconsistency, and it is our duty to scrutinize it to the satisfaction of the law.
You dare go against the royal priestess, you non-believer!
No, my faith is as strong as ever, but I have a duty to make a fair ruling in this trial. If you insist on interfering with that process, Your Benevolence, I'm afraid I must request your removal from this courtroom, royal priestess or not.
What? I'll have you know!
Your Benevolence! Please acquiesce in this, Your Benevolence.
Looks like a kill. I won't forget this offense, bobbed head. I do not admit defeat. I won't!
Bailiff, please say your benevolence out.
You may tunnel. May stew retribution in the Twilight Realm. The demons there will pluck your barbs right off your stupid head! Hope you suffering will be super duper painful. I hope they all throw you into a lake of burning fire! Yeah! And then...
Wow. I could eat the whole Octorok. Excuse me, princess.
Now then, defense, Mr. Light, was it?
That's right, Your Majesty. Phoenix Wright.
Of course, Mr. Wright, my apologies. Now that we have this newly uncovered fact, I suggest we proceed with arguments.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Yes. Do not misunderstand me. This doesn't mean I trust you completely. I'll be keeping a close eye on you, so don't even think about lying to this court.
I understand, Your Majesty. Whew, maybe now we can finally run a real trial.
Arguments, Your Majesty. Very well. I accept your challenge.
What's with him?
Oh, the look on your face, Mr. Wright. It's too hilarious.
What's so funny, Mr. Payne?
The defense still doesn't get it. The truth he unearthed is gonna bury him in his case instead.
What do you mean by that, prosecutor?
I told you, it's Chief Prosecutor.
Yes, because that's the point to focus on.
The defense is digging its own grave. Consider this, your majesty. Why would the victim, a security guard, point a gun at the accused?
Oh,
Oh, indeed. Because the accused was about to commit a theft. It's the only logical explanation.
What? That does sound pretty logical, though.
Doesn't help the accused situation at all. If anything, it makes him look even more guilty.
I have to agree.
Oh.
The guard pointed his gun at the accused, and just when the power went out, the accused murdered the victim and hid his body in the treasure room. A hand truck for moving heavy treasure around is stored in the treasure room.
Fled the country after Edward started coming over. Oh. I didn't even think about that, but you're super right. Holy shit. That's funny. Back in the old familiar corner months once more. I'm drawing a total blank here.
I hope you're ready to climb that scaffold.
I asked you a question, defense.
Got nothing. I can't think of any grounds for an objection. The only thing to do at this point is ask the defendant himself what happened. I don't know if Albie will cooperate with me or not. Albie. Will you tell us what really happened?
You don't have to say anything, accused. Fall for his evil trap and you'll only dirty your own soul.
Albie, you have to tell me the truth. I can't help you unless you do.
Mr. Wright, I'm sorry. Why? Why don't you trust me? Is this it? Is this the end? For both of us?
I'm sorry.
I never met a real lawyer before. Everybody always told me they're bad people help dirty criminals go free. I never thought a lawyer would actually try to help me, actually believe in me, risk his own life for me. Never would have imagined it.
Better not die here. Buy me burgers.
That's why I lied, to try and save myself. But I'm not gonna lie anymore. If you believe in me to put your life on the line, then I'm gonna believe in you too. What? Allow me to explain.
Now we're talking. Time to finally get to the bottom of things.
To be honest, I went into the treasure room lots of times to look at the treasure box.
Even though the temple told you you weren't allowed to go anywhere near it.
Yes, I'm sorry. Mr. Roll even saw me once and scolded me. That box is so beautiful. The way it glows in the dark.
Whoa, that's a beefy message. It glows in the dark?
That's right. It's covered in a special mineral called fluorinite that makes it glow. It's absolutely breathtaking. It's really a shame they don't put it on display for public. Can you imagine how many people go on night tours?
If only he applied such passion for telling me the truth earlier. Alright, it was forced open. It glows in the dark. The treasure box glows in the dark. Wait a fuck.
On the day of the incident, I was on my way to the treasure room that night. When I ran to Mr. Roll on the great stairs.
So those were not the treasure room stairs in the seance vision.
No, they were the great stairs that connect the hallway.
Makes sense. Vision wasn't clear enough to show us what was at the top of the stairs. Sick diagram, bro.
All of a sudden, Mr. Roll drew his gun and threatened me with it. I quickly put my hands up. Mr. Roll, he acted so scary. For some reason, he had his scarf over his mouth. Couldn't read his expression at all. Just then, the power went out. So I took that chance to hightail it out of there. I ran for my life. Even now, when I try to think back on it, all I can remember are the gun and the...
Oh, whoops.
Or the gun and the piercing look in Mr. Roll's eyes. That must have been when I dropped the notice scroll.
Which means somebody...
which means...
Oh, weird how it still says Albie. That must be a little glitch there. Which means someone else brought it to the treasure room along with Mr. Roll's body. Did Mr. Roll say anything to you when you ran into him on the stairs? What is it, Albie?
I have no idea why, but he asked me a strange question. Did you steal it, he said.
What?
I'm sorry I didn't say all this before. I didn't think anyone would believe me.
A grand speech. One that confirmed my suspicion that you were the thief.
Objection!
But that might just have been the victim's misunderstanding.
Where there's smoke, there's fire, as they say. The victim must have had good reason to be suspicious of the accused.
Why does every new piece of info have to seem so incriminating?
Oh, what do I do?
And what better reason to suspect the boy than seeing the treasure box in his hands?
I have several problems with this. The treasure box glows in the dark. Then you should have seen it in the dark. He didn't have it in his hands, and the vision didn't show anything in the dark except fucking Pain. And not you, Pain. I mean the feeling of pain. Not only that, it's clearly not glowing at... Oh. What now?
Down, boy.
Well, what do we have here?
Sorry about this. This is my dog, Shadow.
You nearly gave me a heart attack.
That's what was making his bag move. Bark, 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 bark.
Can't you quiet that yappy mutt down?
Shadow says that Mr. Roll made a mistake.
Can understand him?
Don't tell me this is a surprise witness for the defense.
I beg your pardon? You're not thinking of cross-examining an animal, are you?
Of course not, your majesty. Not this time, anyway.
I'm glad to hear that. Thought I'd have to reassess my assessment.
Reassess my assessment of your sanity. Think I'd better reassess my strategy and fast. I have to somehow show that somebody else could have struck the victim or were sunk. While it's true the defendant was standing in front of the victim when he died, it doesn't mean somebody else couldn't have struck the victim.
You're going to go that far. Then I hope this means you have another angle of approach ready.
I mean, who but the accused standing front and center could have done it? Unless you can back up your claim, it's nothing more than conjecture.
Okay, come on, Phoenix.
I know I can say something convincing. Where else could the victim have been struck from? Behind!
Take that!
I love how often that comes up. Yeah, like the animal shit. Yeah. It keeps coming up. Not this time, anyway. Yeah, the defendant standing in front of the victim. Isn't it possible the victim could have been struck from behind?
From behind, you say? I see. I suppose it's not outside the realm of possibility.
Good. Now at least I have some breathing room.
But who do you suppose could it have been?
The true culprit, naturally. The one who actually committed the theft and murder.
The true culprit, and I suppose you have a true timeline of events to go along with that. I should have known I'd have to explain everything.
Alright, if we assume the true culprit struck the victim from behind, then that means... After going to the treasure room and stealing the treasure, the true culprit tried to escape. But then Mr. Roll appeared, making his rounds. I imagine the culprit then quickly hid in the storeroom at the other end of the hallway.
You're grasping at straws, Mr. Wright. Admit it, you have nothing but baseless conjecture.
I'm gonna look for something to base it on right now. I'll be. When you ran into Mr. Roll in the hallway, was there anyone else in the storeroom area?
I don't know. There might have been someone there, but I couldn't see. It's only halfway down the stairs, so I couldn't see the end of that hallway.
I see. Cinemas.
Oh, Shadow says someone was there.
I see. Thank you for that. Too bad his testimony is inadmissible. You think this is a joke? Maybe the defendant didn't happen to see this other person, but that doesn't mean the true culprit couldn't have been in the hallway.
Your desperate floundering's getting hard to watch. But I will enjoy watching you sink.
What are you talking about?
Unfortunately for you, only the accused and the victim were there in that hallway at the time of the incident.
How can you continue to make that assertion?
Because there was a witness. A very reliable eyewitness.
What?
Your Majesty, the prosecution would like to call its witness to the stand.
Calling an eyewitness to the stand? It's been decades since that happened.
And unlike the defense's witness, you can rest assured that there are no pets involved.
That was a low blow. Hey, why isn't the witness a suspect?
Bring the witness to the stand.
Oh my god, it's Jesus!
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Peas, Lubin, and Standen. I'm like Temple's head monk. Can you dig? Peace, love, and understanding. Oh my god, that's funny. Jesus Christ. I say that's funny, but I barely even have a smile on my face. Instructor.
Not only is Mr. Anderson Simplehead Monk, but he's also a renowned expert.
Sorry to have to ask, but what is a Damalon? Check it. Here she is, my sweet serenader, my one and only. Groovy, right? But you heard our sultry sounds once before, brother. When dragons... I like how even the text sound effects are getting into it. That's the song from the Dance of Devotion. Right on, brother. Song of ceremony. Playing this tune together is a precious gig for me and my girl here, you dig? Song of ceremony. The song that was playing at the time of the murder. Oh, Holy Mother. May the righteous sounds of my dominant... I'm pretty sure it's actually a mandolin. And in fact, I think that might spell... that might be like a scrambled, jumbled word for mandolin. By the way, Magistrate Pops, no Damelin class for today.
No, I'm afraid the trial's gone into overtime thanks to that lawyer over here.
Class the judge wanted to attend was a Damelin class?
Well, you know what they say, baby. Never trust the lawyer, man. Transgressors against the Holy Mother have to be brought to justice.
Thank you for your cooperation. As the treasure's keeper, you must have been shocked to hear it had been stolen.
Yeah, man. That was not cool. Keeping the treasure safe is one of your duties?
That's right, brother. This here's the one and only treasure box key. And I keep it on me at all times. Can you dig? But the sneaky thief went and cracked open that sucker anyway. total bummer, man.
No, I can't. I'm just... Listen, sometimes I gotta expedite the process.
The Magatama key, it's a historical artifact to boot. It's been passed down from head monk to head monk at Temple.
Nagatama key, eh?
Now someone's jacked the treasure. On my watch. It's a real buzzkill, man. How am I ever gonna face Her Holiness again? Oh, Holy Mother, please find it in your infinite mercy to forgive me. Please guide this lost and humble lamb.
Why do I always get the far out ones? Far out.
You know it, baby. Best believe I scoped that tiny transgressor.
Would you please give the court your testimony? Ooh, that was old judge.
Please give the court your testimony. Because the transgressor, man, of course I'll do all I can. In the name of Her Holiness, thou to sing not but the truth, I swear to bring. Hit me.
Dance of Devotion. This guy reminds me of the fucking guy from Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Fucking wow. Not that one. Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. Yo, what's up, Ollie? Yeah, the Bard. Cool. Tell me I was hallucinating just now.
Like, can you believe Mr. Roll bit the big one after that? Harsh, man.
I share your sentiments. You were the one who discovered the victim's body, weren't you?
You found the body as well?
He really is a key witness, then. That's right, brother. After the blackout, I went to reset the breaker and give power back to the people. The circuit box is near my chamber, so I'm always the man for the job, you feel me?
The breakers are in the first floor hallway in front of the storeroom.
On the way, I got a whiff of something funky. Blood, man. Really harshed my mellow. Knew something wasn't kosher, so I swung by the treasure room to see what's what. It was like, whoa, man. This is poor Mr. Roll, dead as a doornail.
In the interval between the event of the Dance of Devotion and the blackout,
The end, I mean.
the only ones who went to the scene of the crime were the victim and the accused. So you see, this unassailable account is what led to the accused's arrest.
Hold it. Isn't it possible the murder took place before the end of the Dance of Devotion?
I'm afraid that's not possible. The victim was in the performance hall until the very end of the dance.
He was. Patrol's a good one. Patrol's a good one.
My, what graceful dancing. I can almost hear the sound of his mandolin now.
Damelin, I mean. Wait, did he actually say? Yeah, Damelin. Whoops. Never underestimate. I gotta say, Winston is, or rather, Gaspin. Gaspin's given me the most trouble in this game than any of the other games so far. Probably just because he has weird home team advantage, sorta.
Kill Mr. Roll, so I don't have anything to confess to the Holy Mother.
What? Bogus, little man. Your faith is weak like a wet paper bag. You feeling me?
Yeah, gasp in pain. Spare the rod, hey baby. Spoil the child, not maybe. Her holiness is magnanimous, son. Confess your guilt. She'll forgive you in the Twilight Realm. I don't suppose she could forgive him in this realm first. Alright, it's cross-examination time. I really don't like this guy at all. What I saw, baby. He ran here because there's no opposition. Yeah, pretty much. After the morning dance of devotion, to go back to my chamber. Telling you my chamber is on the way to the temple treasure room. Hey. Any small footsteps I can quite clearly hear if anyone's treasure room goes near. For the blackout, one other than straw.
Hold it!
Lay it on me, man. How dare you? I was enjoying that. Yeah, question for me, brother? At least he wasn't just straight up criminal. I forget, what did Gaspin actually do? Did he fabricate evidence? Is that the thing he did? When did that happen? I can't remember. It's been a minute. I fabricated falsified testimony. Damn. I completely forgot about this, to be honest. As I'm sure I'll probably forget about this guy, because boy, howdy, I don't know what it is, but I am checked out. I think... I just realized I hate Jesus hippies. I didn't know that about myself until just now. But I can't stand this guy. Holy shit. Like, oh boy. How do you know he went to the treasure room? Didn't you think it was possible he went to the storeroom? Saw him with my own two eyes. Please. Looked out the window. From my window, I can see the window of the first floor hallway across the courtyard, you dig? Yeah, added, I guess. My brain is melting into slurry. I hate this guy so bad. Just give me the answer. I don't care. I don't know. I don't care. I want out. I want out. Get me out of this hell. I hate this guy so much. Holy shit. Oh, that's what they shutters meant. Okay, cool. to be honest, I was actually, like, really confused about that, because they never specified that the shutters meant windows. I wasn't sure if it was, like, some sort of door system where, like, the shutters would go onto, like, a door. Like, it wasn't very specific with that. So I had no idea if that was, like, a window thing or a door thing. I honestly thought it was a door thing. But, thank you for just telling me, because I don't actually think I would have gotten that, even if I was not dying inside. There's nothing wrong with my ears, but something's not right with your eyes. You've been lying. Lying ain't your thing. Jazz Soul? I could go for some Jazz Soul. That's alright. All the hallways, shutters remain shut. What you talking about, Phoenix? Talking about the fact that from the chamber you couldn't have seen anyone go into the treasure room through the shutters. Didn't get the memo. I don't believe it, man. If you don't believe it, why don't you read the notes for yourself? Is that your idea of reading? Not so hot at reading Kurais, man. You should usually get one of the other monks to read the suit. That make your duties as head monk a little difficult. Give me some slack, I only moved to this country 6 months ago. That's quite recent. I had someone who's only been here 6 months become a head monk.
I've only been an adherent of Kuraism for 3 months myself. The Holy Mother's teachings really spoke to me, prompting me to stay in this country.
Or was it the fact that there are no lawyers here that spoke to you, huh? Mr. Payne, I know how you feel, man. Holiness teaching to speak, I hate you so much. Brother dumb and brother dumber. I know why Payne suddenly became a believer in Kuraism. From NA? From a hippie from North America?
Objection!
I'm confused with that statement. I mean, not all hippies from North America are Jesus hippies. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, I kind of forgot that we were in, like, actual, like, Japan analog realm, because I've just gotten so used to Japanifornia in these Phoenix Wright games. I kind of just spaced the fact that we are in, like, actual, you know, like, Far Eastern realm at this point. God. Say the witness really did witness. Let's see the witness witnessed it. What then? The defense proposes the only place he could have seen Albie go down the hall. What? I guess there's a few different places. It could have already been in the treasure room. It could have been in this hallway. He could have been up here as he watched the guy round the corner. I'm very confused. There doesn't seem to be the same hallway. Okay. Suggested earlier this is where the true culprit might have been. No matter how it looks, it's the only place he could have been. Yeah, I'm accusing him. Fuck this guy. I contend there's a strong possibility this witness is the murderer. I really feel like there were 3 different entire areas that you could have seen it, but
Objection!
Could have already been in the treasure room. Oh my god. That's why the blackout... He caused the blackout! Oh shit! If he was here, he could have struck the victim from behind and moved his body to the treasure room.
Something but groundless conjecture.
There's one more thing. Remember what he said in an opening argument. During that argument, it was suggested that Albi used his position as a monk in training to get his hands on the treasure.
That's right. What of it?
Why don't we try a twist on for size? This thief used the position as head monk of the temple to get a hold of the treasure.
You're joshing me, man.
The key to the treasure box has been passed down from head monk to head monk. What better position to be in if you want to steal the treasure?
Can't possibly be serious.
Something you're claiming was trying to say something about a lie designed to get close to.
Witness hasn't been truthful. Clearly, he's above lying. Didn't you swear to the Holy Mother not but the truth you'd bring? In light of that, I don't think it's unfair to call your faith into question.
Objection! This is ridiculous. Are there no limits to what this lawyer will say? I mean, lies is a strong word.
Enough of the nervous record scene, prosecutor. You're just embarrassing yourself, man. What was that, Mr. Understanding? Lawyer man, you really are the lowest of the low. You got and said something I can't forgive. You called my belief into question, my faith in the Holy Mother. And nobody gets away with that.
Public call out for pain. You're officially 5,000% cooler. Alright. I'm in now. I'm all in. Let's dance.
This is the music of my soul.
Holy shit!
I can't believe Jesus was a heavy metal rocker this whole time. I think I nearly gave myself a headache. And now for something completely different. Wow. His entire talking sound has changed. I'm telling my kids this was Guitar Hero. Oh my god, are you Guitar Hero from Guitar Hero? It's because you drove me to it.
All sniffing around suspicious and throwing out false accusations.
Sorry, but as a lawyer, I'm afraid that's my job.
Yeah, well, lawyers are crap. Keep making noise and I'll have to use my partner here on you.
I'm the one making noise.
So you wanna know the truth, huh? Think you can handle the truth, do you? Fine, let's see you try. Feel the heat of my brutal death beat.
Savage, right? Sweet bullets, ain't ya? Savage! Oh, I'm gonna make a mosh pit out of this peanut gallery. Did you really just win the court award with that performance?
Gazer, I got something to testify.
This fucking... the ultimate in POG technology right now! Alright, you got my attention, son. Let's go. Oh, I think I know a rock band you might be a perfect fit for. You ever heard of the Gavaneers? I don't know much about music, but I've got chills, and they're multiplying. Considering lead bassist City fit right in. Nice. What'd you go to the music storeroom for? Put the down in the way. She's my precious partner. Gotta give her a good rest after playing it right. Why'd you lie before? We all know about lawyers and their lying, loyally ways. Another murderer. Yeah, that's basically what Maddie just said.
Didn't want to get sent to hell. What do you say?
That so would have happened.
I see why that Defense Culpability Act was passed. You feeling me, Kure?
Is it too much to ask for a low-key trial?
Punk's ready to rock or what?
Fucking goddamn, he's about to start. Do you eat crab? I ate too. Oh my god. This is something else. Alright. Soul Screaming Truth. Alright. What do we got? Priestess Dance come to an end. Music storeroom. My way. I did. Wet Wind. Death spot in the front of the storeroom. The treasure room. Front of the storeroom. Okay. Drilling from behind. Hound on the scent. Patrol after alibi went. The girl here. Innocent sweep. Back to the storeroom. Can't be beat. Then out. Power went. Scent. Guess I'll start pressing.
Hold it!
Say you went to the music storeroom. How do we know you didn't go to the treasure room to steal it instead?
What grounds you gotta base the accusation? Anything to show for it?
You can't prove that you didn't! You stole the treasure and you were ready to make your getaway when you saw Mr. Royal. So you panicked and ran in the music storeroom. Why do I feel like I'm being stabbed by icy stares from every direction?
The audience knows the score.
That's what we need. Mommy sounds, but the boys' babies games. Why do they have to hate lawyers so much in this country? After the priestess dance, I went to the music store.
Hold it!
What does that really mean by dead?
Sending lawyers to hell. See above it, the last thing you ever see. You good? You feel it? You don't sense that.
You have questions about that instrument? Yeah? Let's hear those questions, Ollie.
Hold it!
Glance around, shift your back. Until it was no good, shady, I tell you.
Trying to steal a treasure.
Objection!
Defendant admitted sneaking and see a treasure box. Wrong. I know the score, baby. From my lips to the holy mother's ear. An artist only sings what he saw there. God boy here. The amps don't seem to be plugged in. You're right, they don't. It's powered by soul.
Hold it!
Spectacular waste of time. What do you mean, hound on the scent? It wasn't your lyrical sense I was questioning. Scent on a gravel garden. Here we go.
Hold it!
That's okay, you don't have to explain your lyrics anymore. I shouldn't have asked. Slash and or thrash.
Hold it!
What picture? Requesting you do not ask in the same thing. Got it in one. How the heck did he understand that? He's like going in the music store room, taking care of my partner in crime.
Hold it!
Where were you when the power outage occurred? Music store room, go up and sign outside, get back in tune. Isn't it true you were actually in the hallway at that time? Hallway? What would it be in the hallway? You were waiting for Mr. Roll to come back from his patrol of the treasure room. Now that he discovered the treasure had been stolen, you were gonna kill him. So full of bull. Someone stop their jam session, please. It's so funny. Nevertheless, the possibility is still there. You can't deny the witness could have killed the victim under cover of darkness.
You're forgetting one very important thing. It seems you've forgotten the outage happened by chance, not design.
I did forget about that.
It's not like the witness planned the outage so he could take advantage of the darkness. Without darkness, it would have been hard to sneak up on Mr. Roll and kill him.
Yeah, but what if he did? He was right next to the breaker box. He was right next to the breaker box. At some point, you should take a look at the picture again and compare the Mendes sitar thingies. Hmm? What picture? Ha! Wow. That's pretty funny. That's a fucking V right there. The witness was right fucking there. Just hit the breaker box. Circuit box is on the storeroom end of the hallway. There's nothing really magical about turning off the breaker, wouldn't you say? There is no water, lawyer man. You're saying I turned the breaker off and still got Mr. Roll in the head. In
pitch black darkness with no light source whatsoever. With the light off, the hallway is blacker than 100 midnights.
Okay, but that's... It lights up. The thing lights up, though. The thing lights up. You gotta glow in the dark. Glow in the dark. Glow in the dark. This is gonna be a glow in the dark. I can. Because there has to be something. It's glow in the dark. It glows in the dark. I believe the victim is holding the treasure box.
Have you gone mad?
Well, the box glows in the dark. You could use it as a sort of beacon.
I guess you're right.
Why in the world would the victim be holding the treasure box?
Because he stole it? I don't get it.
We're going to be needing those tongue shears after all.
Oh, your majesty. Do it, do it. Okay. You've outlived your fucking novelty. He was the thief. What do you mean you stumbled on it? You literally thought he could possibly be the culprit from the very beginning. You said so. Am I dumb? Did I misread it?
Your Majesty, this guy's off his rocker.
The victim wants the thief. Everything we learned so far would make sense. He'd give us a completely new way to interpret the victim's actions. Saying Pat Roll is the thief. Oh! Oh! I didn't think about that at all. Okay, I grossly misread that. Fair enough. The blackout occurred. But that doesn't make any sense, though. The victim was clearly hit with the treasure box. What, did he hit himself? Is there a struggle that no, there wasn't a struggle that ensued, because... No, that didn't make sense. If there was a struggle that ensued, we would have seen it in the vision. I have proof. Mr. Roll was the thief. May have been left behind by a certain piece of evidence. Maybe the box wasn't the real weapon, but it's got the blood on it, though. Footprints, fingerprints, will take anything at this point. Something that would have been involved with the theft. I might still have some trace of evidence left on it.
Take that!
Guess not. Who was the thief? Something that he touched. The key. had to have unlocked it. Oh, the box itself? I guess that's fair.
Take that!
I feel like I'm just drifting off into other lanes. Don't belittle me, Ollie. Like, I'm drifting off into completely other lanes that make sense to me, but I don't know. They're wrong. Sup? This is the thing right here. I'm free to examine it. Impaired train of thought conductor. He somehow keeps jumping tracks. Yeah, honestly, I feel that. The old tongue shears. I gotta find something. I kinda had a rough night too. Like, I get to turn around and touch reset. Okay, cool. Honestly, I might just be tired. I might honestly go ahead and call it after this case. Because I'm starting to feel a headache coming on now. Forced open. Well, the victim was holding the box. The lid must have been closed. It's been a good amount of time. Yeah, it's true. You locked it! So? What's the big deal? Thought you can open it with that key you were wearing. Yeah, I can. No sweat. Why is there a bucket load dripping off you over there? I think I'd like to open this box back up again. Could you lend me your Magatama key? Sure. Okay, let's see. There's the keyhole. Wouldn't it come in the hole above the Magatama mark? Won't open. Look at that. You must have busted the lock when they forced the door open. I'm not so sure about that. Damn. Not even the Magatama key can open it. Better take another good look. Butterfly relief. More blood. Oh shit, it totally does. I didn't even see that. Your Majesty, take a look at this. There's a bloodstain that outlines the shape of a hand. Now I'm getting somewhere. I believe the bloodstain's an outline. Even as he was being struck, he held on tight to the precious treasure box. After all, he'd gone through a lot of trouble to steal it. The blood from his head wounds splattered across his hand and onto the box. Tell yourself you're taking it.
It's more of his loyalty deceits. Mr. Wright, where's your proof?
I should have seen this coming.
Even now show proof. I'm prepared to meet the shears. You can bite your tongue out now and submit it instead.
That I did not see coming. Got proof? Where would the proof even be? Probably on his hand. What evidence? Is that a bloody hand I see? Is that a goddamn bloody hand I see? I'm pretty sure it is.
Take that!
Let's go. Mr. Payne, despite your claims about my forked tongue, it just so happens I have the proof you require. It's right here in this crime book. The Book of Crime. Proves the bloodstain outline at a... what proves that the bloodstain outline on the box is that of the victim's hand? 50-cent blood on the hand. Good look at the victim's hand. That's blood. It's blood! If we place Mr. Roll's hand inside the body outline.
The blood on his hand would complete the splatter.
Exactly. If the 2-for-1, you prove that hearing correct. The victim was holding the box. I'm willing to bet my life on it. The defense reasserts the victim was the thief who stole this treasure box.
I protest. There's no way they would ever match up. I said that it's impossible to...
Talk about tongue karma. Sounds like he just bit his. What's the matter, Mr. Payne? Forked tongue get tangled up in there. Or were you trying to submit your own tongue to the court? Fucking get fucked on, dog. Forking order in the court, holy shit. I can hardly believe it. Apparently not everything out of the defense's mouth is a bluff. Of course not, your majesty. This tongue doesn't lie. And I'd like to continue to use my tongue in the future, too, if you wouldn't mind. Sorry, Albie. I know it's upsetting news. You must have needed the money baddie. Money baddie. He needed the money baddie probably to support a Bammy. After all, he gave up a dream of becoming a monk. Don't end up like me. Yeah, he was probably warning you not to end up like a thief.
Objection! No, wait just 1 minute. The victim was the thief and he was holding the treasure box. That means Mr. Roll was holding the murder weapon when he was killed.
Objection!
Good point. The victim was holding the treasure box. It couldn't have been the murder weapon. Which means the real murder weapon must have been something else. Blood was thought to have gotten on a box when the box was used as a weapon. But it turns out that wasn't the case. The blood splattered onto the treasure box the victim was holding. When he was struck with the real weapon, that's what happened. Isn't that right, Mr. Understanding? Insinuating I'm the one who used the real weapon? Are you saying I'm wrong in my understanding? Looking for a weapon that just don't exist. Pathetic lawyer man caught into the abyss. Ooh! Yo. He's doing it. He's doing it. I know I don't need to remind you, defense, that your life is on the line. I know, your majesty. Prepare to risk it. To the lawyer. This is it. Moment of truth. Can't back down. Yes, your majesty, I am. I'm confident the real murder weapon does indeed exist.
That's about claim. Let's see you back it up. Show us which piece of evidence points to the real murder weapon.
Gladly. I knew which one it was. Submit your evidence to the court. Let's see it, lawyer man. Let's see this thing. Don't think it would have been the scroll. That doesn't seem realistic. Call what you said earlier. Notice. Stick him with the key. Nah, no way. Dance of Oh my god, it's the guitar. Holy shit.
Take that!
Let's go. Let's go. What I'm about to present is really nothing more than a possibility. But this thin thread is all I've got! Allow me to direct the court's attention to this photo Allow me to direct the court's attention to this photo of the morning dance of devotion.
How's that going to help you, Mr. Reitz?
There's something about it that doesn't sit right with me.
What's this something?
This thing is odd to say the least. You got yourself a sick, nasty, mandolin
Take that!
guitar. I don't know, kind of looks like a bass. Mr. Understanding, why is the instrument different from the one you're playing?
Would you look at that? They're completely different shapes.
I believe you said your damn allows your one and only.
What do you have to say to that? Got nothing to say.
Then allow me to answer for you. They're different because the one in the photo is no longer in playable condition. Bam! More like Bam-a-lam. Not after you used it to bludgeon Mr. Roll to death. Well, looks like a goddamn Viking.
My old partner wasn't doing so hot, so I brought her sister along, that's all. Not a big deal, lawyer man.
In that case, please submit your old dam to the court as evidence.
Too bad, you're too late. You got rid of her yesterday.
You won't.
Burned her up with the rest of the trash. Ashes to ashes, baby.
No fucking way. He's already destroyed the evidence.
I see more trash right here in this courtroom that needs to burn in the fires now. Lawyer trash.
Now there's no proof to show.
Oh, come on, that's pathetic. You're acting better than that. Where's that great scream of yours?
Don't point it next to the amp. That's gonna hurt everybody's ears. Feedback's gonna hit hard.
Think I've heard enough. It seems the defense is unable to produce evidence it needs to prove its assertion.
But, Your Majesty, that's only because the witness destroyed it.
Evidence is everything in court. Don't tell me you've forgotten this most fundamental principle of our profession.
You fuck ass.
It's no more than conjecture.
That's the paint expression I've been looking for. By the way, there seems to be one more thing you're forgetting.
Yeah, exactly, Maddie.
You accuse Mr. Understanding of being the thief, but the real thief turned out to be the victim. And with that, Mr. Understanding's purported motive for murder goes out the window.
Great point, prosecutor. You tell. If I'd been there, we'd just collared Rel and got the treasure back. There wasn't any reason for me to kill him now. Was there? There's no good counter-argument to that.
What would be a reason? If the Magatama key doesn't work, maybe the reason he had to wait is because
Pip desecrated my good name.
it's because he couldn't open it himself and only Pat Roll could. Maybe he had the true key. This guy is guilty as sin. I just know it. Must have had some reason to kill Mr. Roll, but what? I think it might have to do with Roll being the only person to be able to open the thing. That's no good. Things do at the time like this turn my thinking around. I shouldn't be trying to figure out what Andestanda's motive was. I should be thinking about what kind of a situation would give him a motive. Did you steal it? You said? You know Mr. Roll was... Shit. You know Mr. Roll was the thief and that he'd gotten his hands on the box, so then why? Why in the world did he ask Albie that question? What about the treasure box would have prompted him to... Oh boy! Now I get it. Now it all makes sense. What you trying to say? Muttering and squealing to yourself sounds like you knocked something loose upstairs. Your Majesty, please hold off on your ruling just a little while longer. Don't tell me you're going to start begging for your life now. No, Your Majesty, that's not it. It's just I realized something important. We've been operating under a serious misconception this whole time. Misconception, you say? That's right. Mistaken notion about the treasure box. Could this really be true? So there's still a lot to figure out. Let's hear what you have to say. Thank you, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, this is more of his nonsense. He's just stalling.
It's your last chance, Defense. The second I find it really is nothing but nonsense. No amount of begging will stay my hand. Yes, Your Majesty.
You all know this is gonna be one of your stupid bluffs.
What is the misconception?
The thing we didn't realize about it is... I think it's that it wouldn't open. Damn. That is not what I wanted to say. Ow. It was empty already. What if the treasure box is already empty from the start?
What?
What? Please recall that when Mr. Roll ran into Albie on the Great Stairs, he asked the boy a question. Also recall Mr. Roll was holding the treasure box at the time. Why did he ask Albie that if he did it? Not once you realize that by the time Mr. Roll got to the treasure room, the box was already empty.
Beg your pardon.
Mr. Roll suspected that Albie had gotten to it first, which is why he confronted Albie when he ran into the boy on the stairs.
How would the victim have known the treasure box was empty? He didn't have a way of opening it.
It was already open. Once a year, the victim had the duty of carrying that treasure box to the palace. He would have been able to tell by the weight when he lifted that the box was empty. Mr. Roll most likely decided to at least steal the empty box. It's an important historical artifact in and of itself, after all.
What's your point, Mr. Wright? What does any of this have to do with Mr. Understanding?
My point is this. It gave Mr. Understanding a motive to murder the victim. Whoa. I just got some hard flickering, so if my power goes out, you know why. Mr. Understanding, keeping the treasure safe is one of your duties, isn't it? So if anyone found out the treasure was missing, you would have been accused of incompetence. From the moment Mr. Roll discovered that the treasure was gone, his fate was sealed, because you decided then it had to be silenced forever.
That's absurd!
Can you believe the stuff that comes out of this guy's mouth? This is all just a colossal joke. What really happened to the treasure?
had been stolen long before the incident occurred, but by him, by you!
Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to accuse him? Your Majesty, please don't listen to these trumped-up charges. The defense is grasping.
The treasure box can only be opened with the key Mr. Understanding holds. Who else could have stolen the treasure?
As I said, the accused stole the treasure by forcing the box open. Your Majesty, I call for a swift ruling.
I'm not ready to give my verdict yet.
What?
The defense has successfully presented a new possibility in this case.
Finally, a tiny shred of hope.
Mr. Understanding, would you care to make any statement in response to the defense's claims?
Don't do that. You're gonna hit him with the feedback so hard.
This is all bull. My noggin's a rage cage and it's ready to explode, baby.
Man, despite all your rage, you're still just an understanding cage. I'm not gonna take it.
Dutifully watched over that treasure with pride. And now I'm getting accused of stealing it. This lawyer's a lying scumbag. I believe I got something to say. Open your ear holes, sheeple. Let's rock.
Did he just say sheeple unironically? I hate this guy now again.
Wake up, sheeple.
Steal a founder's orb. Me, I did it. All this time I guard the orb faithfully, sacred duty, Holy Mother, easy to see. Hands unclean, the accused did the deed, forced the box open. No key did he need. Alright, lawyer. Oh, okay, prison cell. Did you just say mullet with butterfly? For the record, the song is Bullet with butterfly wings, but I appreciate it nonetheless. As the defense claims, this is your last chance. That's not the oh. I'm talking about the mullet one. Oh, damn. DC Act will come into play. Light for death comes down to this. Heaven or hell, let's rock. Don't worry, Albie. I'm here to defend you. Promise it'll be alright.
After all we win, we can go see Miss Maya together.
It's a deal. Can't let Albie down. I have to win this trial. Somehow. I have to prove that Understanda could have stolen the treasure. Oh, that one! Oh my god, I forgot that existed. Ah, Neil Ciceriga is a goddamn treasure. Fair enough.
Hold it!
Now wait just a minute there. The defendant didn't force the box open. That's a lie. In fact, you're the one who opened it. Isn't that right? Self yourself, didn't you? It's busting on account of the box being forced open. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to force his way into the box. How do you explain why the lock was busted but no professor? Different key? As we saw earlier, the box wouldn't open with Mr. Understanding, which means that a different key, the true key, must exist. Can't prove it doesn't exist. It's a devil's proof. I'll really be a freak key here with me. I guess you got me there. Let's go back to that.
Hold it!
So there's just a dead-ass different way. There's a different way to open the box. First, cut a hole in the box. You're the only one who knows how to cut a hole in the box. Then stick your dick in the box. Magic. The Kingdom of Kurain is not some sort of fantasy funland. It's true, I don't have any real grounds to make the assertion. Is my dick in a box? Ooh, please do add that to your testimony. That was a sick verse you just dropped. Instructions unclear. Dick caught in car AC unit! Oh no! Ain't no other way. Wait a minute. That contradicts what he said before. Because if he said there's no other way, then how is it supposedly forced open? Can you just be breezy about this? Oh, you gotta be so ice cold to me, yo. Put me on ice, dude. I'm not the delusional one. I just know there's gotta be some secret trick. Secret trick's obviously hidden in the key? The box? The key? The box. I hadn't thought that far ahead. Got me frozen in place with these accusations, yo. Are you just giving me hints? Or are you just talking about a dick caught in the AC unit still? It's just the AC unit, okay. There's the Mitana, so elementary. And turn out, Firefly embraces the Mitama. Shape of the orb is restored. Okay. That seems to corroborate what he says. And the butterfly embraces the Mitama. Wait, is a Mitama and a Magatama the same thing? No?
Hold it!
I don't get it. So is there another Mitama key then? The Mitama is upside down compared to the Magatama. So... the Mitama is just an upside-down Magatama. So it kinda is the same thing. Tamaki amongst the treasure. First, already found this pleasure. Yeah. Please add that. Yes, have him change it. Witness made an important statement. Switch that, baby! Yeah, then present Magatama key. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Objection!
Just a minute, Mr. Understanding. You called your key the Mitama key, didn't you? But didn't you originally say it was the Magatama key? Ooh! That's harsh. I don't know, Your Majesty. But apparently it's a rather crucial question. You're gonna go on after snapping a goddamn string? Fucking respect. Yeah, I know. I'm actually like super paranoid about it whenever I tune my guitar. It's important. This key is not the Magatama key, but rather the Mitama key, and I believe the discrepancy holds great significance for the defense. Don't pay any heed to my condoms. You should change your strings often, folks. Listen, strings are expensive, okay? I have to make them last. Is the key a key detail? Because the Mitama key is connected to the Founder's Orb. Okay, so this is where the, it's the key of the whole thing. This is where the thing... I know what to do.
Take that!
Song of Ceremony. All this time, it was right in front of me. Your Majesty, the Song of Ceremony tells the treasure... Fucking, it's a big ol' puzzle. Huh. Mother! I can't believe I, a Baka Gaijin, have to come in with my goddamn blue suit and explain to all of you your own fucking culture and what it means. God damn you guys. You have to flip it vertically. Vertically is up and down. Yeah, flip it vertically. Turn that around. Aw, damn. Right there. What do you do with it then? It's too big to fit in the lock. No, you gotta give it to the butterfly. 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 Oh yeah. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Where's that butterfly? Where's that little butterfly? That's the butterfly. Okay. So that means it's gotta go right there? I guess? Is it? I genuinely don't see it. I'm having a lot of trouble. Behind the wings. Like, this area? So right here. If I click right here, it'll do it, then. I just want to make sure. Yep. Okay. I'll go for it.
Got it!
Oh. Okay. Really open. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the real secret behind the Song of Ceremony. It's the true key to opening the treasure box. Today, I learned I suck at recognizing negative space. Let's say someone was fooled into trying to force the front-facing lock open. Sadly for them, it won't budge. That's just because the lock is after all, a decoy. What you're saying is, neither the victim nor the defendant would have been able to open the box. They therefore had no way of stealing the treasure. The only one who could have stolen it is the one man who knew about the Mitama key. Peace, love, and understanding. But I'm not done yet. Recall the scene of the crime. On the floor by Mr. Roll's body was the very unlocked and very open treasure box. Only someone who knew how to open the box could have left it in that state. And so, there can be only one true culprit. Admit it, Mr. Understanding. You're the one who killed Mr. Roll. Whoa. Oh! Oh! Oh my god, he's charging it up. Oh, oh. Yeah, yeah. Huh. Cuckoo. Cuckoo. Damn! Get got, son. Curse him. It's all his fault. Why'd he have to try and steal the treasure? Why'd I have to spot him with the box? On the way to the storeroom after the morning dance. It's his fault. I had to, because the blackout clock. Fuck. Couldn't let my secret get out. Nobody could know the treasure box is empty. I'd lose my position as head monk. Who knows what else they do to me? I couldn't let. I had to stop him. Get fucking dunked on. Shocking. I can scarcely believe it. Nothing like this has ever happened since the DC Act was enacted 23 years ago.
Now, my perfect, unblemished record destroyed. The incredible pain, ruin. No!
Bye. Did the water really rain? I can't believe it.
No way. This can't be happening.
Peace, I said peace. Honestly speaking, I'm just as shocked as everyone else. But the truth has been made known, so it's time for me to give my verdict. In the name of the Holy Mother, this court finds the accused. I'll be your guide.
Not guilty? Not guilty! Hey! Ooh. We got butterflies, yo! Oh, that's cool. That's rad. That's rad. This was a long starting case, you're not wrong. April 24th, 1:36 p.m. High Court of Kurain accused lobby. They really do get longer. I believe you, but it's still noteworthy. It's still quite a commotion. People in the gallery show no signs of clearing out. I can't believe it. Not guilty. I'm still in shock. Can you believe that guy? I can feel everybody's eyes on me. This can't be happening. It's impossible. Our Holy Mother, preserve us. I've never been in a defendant lobby quite this uncomfortable.
Mr. Wright!
Albie.
Thank you so much for what you did for me.
I'm just glad it turned out okay. It was touch and go there for a while.
I'm really sorry, Mr. Wright. I had a really hard time trusting you at first.
It's okay, Albie. I know how unpopular lawyers are in this country, but how did it ever get this way in the first place?
Allow me to explain. At least I wish I could explain. I don't really know why. Never even questioned it before today. By the time I was born, all the lawyers were already gone. Far back as I can remember, verdicts have been based on her benevolence's insights.
Right, Rafa, royal priest. Yeah, I'm good on the flashback, actually. For her part, I'm sure she really believes what she says, but even with her benevolence's divination seances, lawyers are still necessary. Without proper defense, people could easily... Huh.
Don't say that so loud. People might think you're a rebel. You could be arrested.
A rebel? What did I say? You usually wind up receiving wrongful convictions.
That's right. One of those people going against our queen in the court system. They call themselves the Defiant Dragons. And they're led by a scary guy named Dirk. Do anything to overthrow her eminence, even commit crimes.
Dirk. I remember people in the gallery mentioning that name.
Things you're saying sound a lot like the stuff they say. But you're not scary like that Dirk guy.
Pardon the intrusion.
You. Yeah, you. I want to talk to you, see? Flight, is it?
Right, sir. Phoenix Wright. You are?
I'm the Quarian Quarian's Minister of Justice.
Name's Inga Carhol Kurai.
Tarkle. I oversee the whole legal shebang. I was watching that three-ring circus in there.
You were? Oh, Minister of Justice. He's in charge of the entire court system, Defense Culpability Act and all.
Minister Inga, how are you, sir?
Run along, mini-monk. Grown-ups are talking there.
Yes, sir. Very sorry, sir.
May I help you with something?
Just wanted a good look at you. Guys like you aren't exactly a dime a dozen around here.
Oh, he's eyeing me like I'm some kind of exotic creature in a cage.
Might as well share this little morsel with you. Turns out Roll is a seasoned thief. Repeat offender, see? Had my men look into it. They found all the booty he pilfered right in there in his digs.
You seem like such a nice man. Why, Mr. Roll?
Guess who was doing it for the family? What a mook.
A mook? How can you say that?
Guess that kind of soft story gets common. Folks all misty-eyed, eh? Anyway, another thing. I had my men check out that understanding fella, too. He wasn't the one with the sticky fingers. It's the insurgents.
What?
Put the squeeze on our head monk, apparently. So you gave it the founder or tried to keep it hush-hush.
Wow, I see. Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah. Say, White. It's a cute little number you pulled in my courtroom today, wasn't it? First not guilty ruling in 23 years. You make a wave, see? Stir in the pot. Catch my drift.
Oh, well, Yikes, I'm in for it now.
Thanks for that song and dance. We know our precious national treasure got nicked. So I'm gonna call it a wash and let it slide this time.
All I did was defend the accused.
You do best to read between the lines here, chump. You're standing on thin ice, get the drift. Even a dirty, no good neck punk knows to cash in his chips before the house steps in. Do us both a favor. Keep an eye on the path you're walking down. You never know whose toes you might be stepping on. Cinch your turf, buddy. Never forget whose soil it is you're standing on.
Yikes. He was kind of scary, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, no use worrying about now. We have more important things to think about, such as when can we continue the sightseeing tour?
Tour? Oh, anytime, sir. We still have plenty of time until Miss Maya's training ends. And there's still lots more temples to see and all kinds of local foods to eat. I can show you the natural beauty of the area. I can show you the breathtaking mountain view from the Plaza of Devotion. This place with dangling off a really steep cliff with great town.
All right, slow down. There's plenty of time.
When we're done with all that, we can go see Miss Maya together.
Yeah, you bet. Maya, I wonder how she's doing. Hope she's okay. That is threatening. It's very threatening. Ooh.
So, how about that not guilty, jerk?
I heard. Sounds like the winds of change are beginning to stir.
Damn, okay. New episode added. The magical turnabout. Alright. That'll do it for the night, I think. I'm pretty tired. I'd like to get myself some rest. I'm also kind of hungry. There's my Twitter. If you'd like to keep track of my streams, it's immediate docket will always be pinned, which I need to change actually now that I think of it. There you'll find if I ever need to change a schedule and whenever I go live. That was it. That was a long first act. They really do keep getting longer, just like you say, Maddie. Alright. Till then. Yeah, I'm good. Next stream.